Sorry, I was deep in thought. Sometimes I have a battleground in my mind. It takes me out of the moment and into something different. It makes me feel like I'm not me. And frankly, I don't really like it. But seeing you, it shook me out of it. The other sides of me. Sometimes they contend for a sort of control. And I try very hard not to let them take what I do away from me. None of them hate the children, necessarily. They hate circumstances around what I told you last time. They hate the world around us, and all of its faults, all of the things that go bump at night, and the people who try and be a hero in the spotlight only to backstab and kill. All those dreams and freedoms, and there's so much that goes around in my dreams, that goes around in my mind. I will forever try and be open and honest with you. Not just for me, not just for you, but in the hopes that someday we can become even closer. I actually had a plan for today, since I have someone arranged to babysit them. There's something very important. Not precisely what you're thinking, probably. But it doesn't matter, as long as you'll enjoy it. If I switch sides, I ask that you don't back down, even though that side has accepted you. I don't want to see anyone else hurt. You have my condolences and my blessing that you can shut me down any way you see fit. And if it comes down to it, I put my life in your hands because I see you as someone not only to bear my burden of the world, to bear all these bad feelings. I feel regret that part of the responsibility seems to fall to you. But honestly, there's no one else I can trust, no one else I can rely on, because you are the only one that's... Never mind. Come on with me. I want to show you something. Something very important to me. I know I explained a little bit of what I do, helping those who can't afford or help themselves. But there's a double-edged sword to every operation. Every situation differs, and not just everything, but a layer further than that. Not just the surface, but the heart of the issue is how people see it. When curing has a heavy risk, people see me as a monster, especially the side of mine that does it at a sort of culling. I hope you will never see me as a monster. And let us both hope that side remains at peace. In truth, I can't really think of it. What it must have been like for you to see me at my worst, I know, realistically, I can't just wish something that's a piece of me away. But I need to face it in a tangible manner. Not in one that's going to take you away. That's going to make me into a worse monster who hurts someone that they truly care about. And trust me, I truly care about you. I may not have a fancy day planned, 'cause movement away from the clinic is dangerous, but I need you to trust me. Will you do that one more time? Thank you. I feel as though you're the only one I can trust to be my contingency, to ensure I don't cause any more pain and suffering. My hatred, it's discarded but still there. The angst and pain, it still very much exists in a tangible form, but I don't have any way of explaining it other than, for now, I'll need you to be the ice to my fire, the deconstruction to my overhaul. Perhaps it sounds gruesome, but I trust you even more than that hate in the bottom of my soul that rages on. I know that if I'm with you, we can beat it. We can overcome it together. Will you be there? I know I'm trusting you, and burdening you with such a task, it eats me up inside. It makes me think that all these years I've just been looking for you. In all my weakness that I've been woefully accepting my other side as fact, instead of trying to calm the beast. In truth, I don't want him gone. I just want him appeased. I want him to believe that there's another way, that hatred can be quelled, or at least directed at those who deserve it. Aggressively curing isn't curing at all. If they wish to live with it, to chance their life, it should be their choice. I wish to cure the world, but the willing world, not the unwilling. In truth, he sees quirks as like a plague. In a sense, I can completely understand. But it's not that I hate those with quirks, no. It's that I'm somewhat jealous of others. Hateful that they did not see it. They did not experience it. The ebb and flow of emotion that happens with true trust and true betrayal. In some regards, like a child, forever hating the world because they don't understand. Cruelty and misunderstandings, they all add up to such a cruel cocktail of emotions. Hatred is only part of the story. But I can confidently say, both your quirk and who you are have shown me so much more. Much more than I could have understood on my own. And for that I'm thankful. It may not feel like you've done much, but you've brought a whole new air to this place, a new feeling. And And there is so very much left to do. But a first step is perhaps the most important one, for nothing changes without it. Oh, did you like that? My poetry is something of a hobby of mine. Though not truly poetry, I just really enjoy psychology. Disambiguations of humanity, of why we think the way we do, why we believe what we believe. Lots of it came from the aftermath of many a situation caused by my other half. But I hope to replace that animosity with clarity. I don't expect it to be easy. Not now, not ever. It is the burdens and scars that we bear that truly make us who we are. It separates the truly sick from the healthy. And honestly, I can't cure those who can't get past their faults. But you, I felt it. Something different. And, well, things change so rapidly, so violently, so virulently, that I don't know how to keep track of it. At times it seems too much, but I don't regret it. I don't regret meeting you or, well, I wish the circumstances could have been better. The last thing I wanted to be was an enemy or a fearsome foe. I just wanted to reach out my hand and give you a place to put all that fear, all that terror, so that you could love, that you could feel something different. It's my hope that you don't consider me a hypocrite for what I've done. Make no mistake, my intents are not for evil, not for villainy, nothing of the sort. The world as it is dying. It's a place that we can all live in peace, where one another is at each other's throats. And no matter what I try, there's always new patience. I know. You don't have to tell me that, Angel. You really are like an angel, though. It makes my day just to hear from you, to see you. And perhaps it's all so sudden these past 2 weeks. But it's been trying times. I feel as though no matter what I say or do, the errors and scars of my past, they'll come back again. That side of myself, just waiting to come out again. That beckons the question, what would you do if it came out again? I suppose you're the angel on my shoulder to counteract that devil. I appreciate that of you. Come here. Yes. It's all right. I promise I will never hurt you. And it may not be said, but I know that the other me would never hurt you again, because you've been cured. There's so much more to this life, and I want to live it with you. Won't you join me for something a little carefree today? Since everything's been taken care of, I was hoping we could go. Enjoy a night on the town. Oh no, what I said earlier is only partially true. I'm free to roam around, but just not as myself. I'm afraid I'll have to change my face around. It's not just others that could be overhauled by me. I overhaul myself too. I can put it back. It's actually something that I learned not too long ago. After how much chaos has been caused between the heroes and villains, it's quite a handy thing. No, I keep my face. In part because I feel like it's too sad. Too sad to throw the only memories, my identity, to the side. But it's fine. I don't mind doing it for a while. I just wish it wasn't so painful. Give me just a moment. What's wrong, Angel? You're grabbing my arm like that. Are you worried about me? That warms my heart, you know. I didn't expect you to be. I didn't expect anyone to be except for, well, the small ones that depend on me. My daughter, of course. But it's warming to know I have an angel on my side. Pain has never been much of a deterrent for me. Please don't worry, Angel. It'll be just a moment. Now, everything is just fine. As you can see, I'm every bit in one piece as before. Thank you for being patient with me. I sincerely hope that you'll enjoy this night I have planned with you. Come, my angel. Shall we be off? As for the first destination, it's important that we keep our composure. Quite a heroic place to visit, if you ask me. Not that I mind, of course. It's just, when I'm out in the public, I tend to avoid others, for many reasons. But one being fear, that the little welling anger inside me will take over and I'll do something nasty. My empathy is constantly at war with my anger, but having you at my side, it calms the beast, Angel. And so I am grateful on so many levels for you. I'm happy you're just the way you are, but I can't justify us just going out. No. I'm afraid there's many purposes to this. As much as I love your company, as much as I crave it, we will need to run a bit of errands today. I do this every now and then because if I do not, well, then my daughter and my children, they never would eat. Of course, I'm not the only one. I have subordinates, but they are far from what's the word? Consistent. More or less. They are flawed. But not to say that's a bad thing. They just have a lot on their plate. I understand that perfectly. And I try my best to accommodate for them and not rely too heavily. I feel as though only those who bear your burden, you should bear theirs in equal part. Of course, charity is what I stand for as well. Helping those warms my heart. If I can save a child's life when no one else has hope for them, then I consider myself a success. As a human being and as a doctor, I see so many parts of humanity, good and bad and the ugly. It all adds up to such a complete experience. I've matured over the years, going from roguish outlaw Does my self-description make you chuckle a bit? What can I say? Despite my still roguish good looks, I used to be even more bad than I am today. Though I guess it was more a silent agreement between me and my demons. Though now we have disagreements. We fight, much like a family. I guess to replace my own family, I sort of created one of my own. And of course, that comes with a double-edged sword, because on one hand, that means that I'm probably not the most stable person. No, I know I'm not the most stable person, but it also means that I never have to be alone. There's always someone in my head or my heart. But now I can't help but feel that's an archaic view on things, because now I have an angel by my side. Something that I can't thank you enough for. But please, never feel obligated. It's not something I would ever expect of you. Be yourself. Do what you wish to do. Nothing more, nothing less. I love you. So much more than any word could imply. I'm probably coming on quite strong there. It's just I cherish the few people in my life I can trust. And I would gladly die for any one of them. If ever there comes a time that you are in danger, I swear on myself and all my demons, I will never let harm come to you. And I will die before anyone lays a finger on you. Consider me your knight, dear angel. I will defend you. I will protect you. Do I really seem like a prince? I've never seen myself as that. If anything, like a Robin Hood. Well, a Robin Hood of medicine. Since I sort of steal the work from the rich, who would charge them a lifelong debt and give them freedom. Of course, it doesn't always work. The more risky the surgery, of course, it gets more invasive. The chances of survival or remaining intact are less and less the more visceral the damage. I hate seeing someone die, but I also accept it. That I tried my absolute best for every patient I've ever had. Unlike my father. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Just there's some things that I pride myself on. Some things that I need you to know are as much me as they are remnants of my past. I have a code of ethics, a code of honor, and I will do nothing to break that. That's why, in my dreams, I've always ended up as a knight in shining armor. I like to imagine myself like that. That or a rogue that saves. Like I said, a Robin Hood. It all depends, but I very much enjoy helping those in need. There is someone, one that's a dear friend of mine, who has a similar view. He has known suffering I could never imagine, which is saying something, and yet he seems like the most stable. No matter how much I try. His case, I don't think I can fix him. Do you know what it feels like, letting down a friend? No, I didn't mean to be abrupt. I wondered if you've had similar experiences, where you feel like your hands are tied, like you just can't solve all the problems. It's really not a very great feeling. I completely understand. Also, when we get home, I have a bit of a gift for you. I promise it's nothing too extravagant. Well, it's more like repaying a debt. No, I don't think I'm indebted to you. I just neglected something. Something I should have fixed from the start. Also, if you wouldn't mind, could you grab that broccoli over there? It's very important that the children get, well, their proper vitamins and minerals. Tonight we're going to be making a lovely broccoli and cheese dish. It helps them eat it. My daughter is actually the one that showed me a lot of these recipes. And I know it's difficult to see me as a father figure, probably. But I view my duty as everything my father let me down. I will never show her such cruelty. I'll make sure her life, well, unfortunately, by the time I realized that she, well, you could say I did some pretty terrible things to her, but that I learned before it was too late. I do feel indebted to her, but I also love her. She is my one true daughter. I consider her like blood, someone who deserves the best in this world, and someone who I will protect. That smile, it's something that I cherish and look forward to every time I come home. You wouldn't expect me to be a family person. I can already see it in your eyes. But honestly, I would love nothing more than to see the heirs of the past properly reconciled, to contend with the demon that sometimes escapes. I feel I owe it to those of the deceased, those that I have wronged and those that I still have much to learn from. They are all teachers, and I am a student. No matter what life throws at me, I will forever find my way. You do me more justice than I deserve. Angel, please. You'll make me blush. Come here. What, was a pat on the head not what you were expecting? I mean, I thought you might want one. And I really like giving them. They're not bad to receive either. Doesn't it feel nice? You know, these hands that used to cause pain, they're probably not half bad for undoing it. Here we are. Let's grab the meat. What do you think? Beef or pork? I see. Good point. I suppose we could get both then. It's not that we need to. It's more me being greedy. I want this meal to be something special. Oh, I probably didn't explain it very well. This meal's going to be one that we share as a family. It's your welcoming meal, as cheesy as it may sound. Don't worry. I promise to you, I won't let you down. No, you're not signing up for the army or something. It's not like that. Just that you, no matter if you gave up being close to me tomorrow, that you showed me kindness and trust, that you listened to me. That's enough for me. But I must warn you, if you did leave and never come back, there may be that side of me, despite all my belief in you, that would just miss you. Perhaps even another that would... Never mind. Don't worry about that. You have a life to live as well. And after a time, you'll be able to live it. I promise you that. I need to fix things before. Can you at least stay with me until then? Thank you. That means more than you know. And I'm sure you'll get along with everyone. Be sure to not worry or overthink. There's plenty in life to overthink about. I do it more than I'd like to admit. And I hope that you won't be like me in that way. Also, would you humor me about something? It's been bugging me since we've met, but do you feel different? I'm not sure how to word it. Every cured patient of mine noted some definite change. Either a change in their mentality or a change in their heart. I don't mean to brag or anything, but I'd like to think that the surgeries I do, they're good for the soul as well. And I hope that it had a positive impact on you. even if at the time it was probably terrifying. Was it painful? Oh, I'm so glad. I feared that maybe it was. It's always hard to tell when it does or doesn't. And the thought of causing such an angel pain makes me somewhat upset with myself. No, I think that's everything. Let's get back home before they worry. What's that face? I wish I could tell. Oh, really? Don't tell me you're getting excited. I mean, it will be quite the feast. And I think once you get to know everyone, it's going to be lovely. Do you know why I brought you in the first place? I kind of explained it, but it's to be my contingency in case anything happens to me, that you can find them a good home. And if anything I cause would do them harm, you're one of the few who could contend with me, one of the few who could beat me. The demon doesn't like to admit it, but it's true. Your quirk is amazing. I dare say it's one of the most humbling, if not frightening ones, in the wrong hands. I hope that you'll use it for good, and that if you never use it again, you find it in your heart to reserve it for, if ever well, yes, I understand. I would never willingly. I cannot control my other sides. Not fully. Look out. What is this? There's someone watching us. Be careful, Angel. We're going to have to take a detour. This way. Don't move a muscle. They're right there. Could you recognize that person? Me either. But what I didn't like about it is they went in the direction of the clinic. We need to move quick. Yes. Don't be sorry. None of this is your fault. You hold the groceries. I'll handle everything else. Stick very close to me, or I won't be able to protect you. This gun here, it's my spare. Take it just in case. Angel, there they are, standing outside. I may just do something rash. Let's first approach to make sure of who they are. You. What is it you want here? No. I see. So you needed medical assistance. How did you see through my disguise? That doesn't make sense. It will treat you. But I I have some apprehension about this. No, don't take it personally, but follow me. If they try anything strange, annihilate them. What did you say your name was? And how did you hear about me? You overheard our conversation? What is it you need me to do? You need us to solve a problem. It's not with you. Oh dear. You mean it's with your son? Bring him here immediately. If it's as you said, he doesn't have much time. We'll have to do an emergency surgery. No, it's fine. Don't worry about things like that. Nice to meet you, Nathan. No, if you could just sit here with me. I will perform the surgery. I'll get that bad thing right out of you, okay? But you have to trust me. Without trust, the magic doesn't work. I have a quirk that can do amazing things, but it requires you to believe in it. Do you believe in it, Nathan? I believe you're going to be healthy again. Yeah, it's just like that. Why don't you give me a strong flex of those arms? Go ahead and squeeze my arm with all you got. Look at you. You're pretty strong, aren't you? It makes me impressed. You better be careful. You might take someone's arm off with those. I'm sure your dad is very proud of you. It took a lot of courage to come up to someone like me. No doubt he's a good man. And you're a good boy, Nathan. So hold my hands, won't you? Yeah. Just a bit more. Hang in there, I know it hurts. Squeeze my arms if you need to. Hold on, Nathan. And we did it. I managed to remove all of the cancerous cells. He's going to be out for just a little while, but he's breathing and his vitals are normal. There should be no prolonged damage. No, please, sir. It's okay. It's fine. It's my passion in life, after all. My passion as much as my penance. You were a police officer during my time working for the villains. I'm so sorry for everything I did, but at least I could help you here. I thank you for trusting me, and I ask, please, sir, for the sake of these children who live here, please do not report me to the heroes. I do not want any more trouble. Thank you. That means more than any payment you could possibly give me. Enjoy the rest of your night, and take good care of him. Make sure he drinks lots of water and no solid foods for 3 days. Chicken noodle soup is fine. All right. Stay well and don't be afraid to come back. Sorry, Angel. It was a bit of an emergency, and poor Nathan has been through a lot. Yes, I understand that. Now, if it's all the same to you, why don't we get cooking? It'd be such a shame to waste all this good food that we got. I debated leaving it in that alley, and just to vie for speed. But it turns out, my apprehension was ill-founded. Have you ever wondered what a cancerous mass looks like? Sometimes I collect them to see if I can rearrange them into something good. I've managed to make some serums. They're not completely good. Not yet. But in my testing, they've regenerated cells. There's a lot that they can do. And even more that their potential can do. I digress. I can get a bit technical in my work, and Really? Angel, are you serious? Even when I'm geeking out, you don't mind it? That makes me very happy. Now, let's go get cooking. Would you mind chopping these for me? The potatoes and the carrots. We're going to make a gigantic pot of stew. It'll be chicken and dumpling. But I season my chicken very specifically. It's a secret recipe. No, I taught myself. I had many years where I had to fend for myself, but that didn't mean that I couldn't eat good food. And I think the children really enjoy it. This is a favorite. Yes, you're welcome to have as much as you like. In fact, I encourage it. A chop there, just the right amount of seasoning here, and then it thickens up if you add just a bit of the chicken blood. That's actually a secret. One that my grandmother taught me before everything went bad. I learned a great deal from her. So many things that help me today. I draw upon the past, but know that I won't let it hold me back anymore. So he calls you Angel, does he? He had a moment of weakness. No, you're wrong. I'm not here to do anything wrong. And you're fixed anyways. You're no longer sick. Why do I fix them? Isn't that simple? Because they're sick. I don't care if they want it. They need it. And what if it is my place to judge? You have no place deciding that. I'm so sorry, Angel. My demon came out for a moment. It's all right. Let's not let it ruin dinner. Now, if you'd like, you can do the secret, most important part of serving dinner. It's the coveted, best part that all of the children love. The dinner bell. Did you know I actually got it from a real farm? It's a cowbell. One that's used to tell where the cows are. I actually quite like the sound it makes. Why don't you give it a try? I've had myself a good time thanks to you, and I just needed to say thank you. And with that bell, hello everyone. Tonight we'll be welcoming our brand new family member. Would you like to do an introduction? And there you have it, everyone. Let's all get along now and make sure that no matter what happens, we all stick together. We are all in this together. No, you don't have to worry about that. I just thought that maybe, just maybe, everything was going to be just fine. And I believe it now. You know, sometimes it's too easy to get in the lull of things. And so I just want to say to each and every one of you, I'm happy you're here. And I love you. Oh, look at that. Everyone is eating and having a good time. That's what I'm talking about. So everyone, what do we say to the helper who made the meal with me? Thank you. You were a great help. And in all honesty, I couldn't have done it without you. Well, I mean, I could have technically. Never mind. Don't even worry about it. That was quite a good meal, wasn't it? Now everyone, please get ready. We need to rest. It's incredibly important. Because it's all of your bedtimes. Yes, even you, Megan. Go ahead. Just relax. I'll be in to tuck all of you in just a moment. They're still quite young, so I encourage them to... Well, I might even read them a story later. But we'll see about that. And with that, the little ones are finally asleep. Or at least pretending to be. Don't worry, there's a few troublemakers. Jacob and Matthew, to name two. So, now that they've been put to the orphanage, why don't we spend some time together? I have quite a few ideas. Let's go. Shall we? Yes. Let's go down to the lab. I wanted to show you something. My gift that I mentioned earlier. It was nothing too crazy or anything. I just thought that maybe, possibly, you'd want your finger to be properly fixed. I didn't mean to neglect it or anything. I honestly just made a mistake. Here, look, it won't even hurt. And just like that. Good as new. Can you really forgive me that easy? You're not gonna hold a grudge against me, the big bad, roguish man in front of you? Well, that makes me feel quite special. So maybe I can be your knight in shining armor. I sure hope I can. Maybe even more. You know, it gets kind of difficult being alone, and I was thinking, Perhaps you had the same idea. I never would have guessed. I'm not so great at this subject, after all. But honestly, I'm happy. Really happy. What am I talking about? I'm rambling. I'll tell you something special. I love you, my angel. And I want you to be with me forever and ever. Will you be my angel for life? Did I make you embarrassed? Then I've done my job as your knight. There's something about you. Something that I can't get enough of, you know? Something I really am addicted to. And you know what it is? It's your heart. In my life, I always craved someone. Someone who has a true heart. And being exposed to that, someone as amazing as you, it humbled me, and I didn't know how to react, actually. It was kind of one of the most humbling times of my life, actually. Think about it. The roguish wonder myself getting enthralled by something so innocent, something so pure that even my demon couldn't hate it. I needed to say these words, and so I'm going to put them quite simply. You inspire me. You make the world seem like a good place. You are such an amazing person to me that I don't know how else to say it, except for you should feel more confident, because I can see it in your eyes that you don't believe me. You're trying, but you don't. And I wish I could fix that doubt you have in your brain, but unfortunately not even I can fix that. Or I would have fixed my own long ago. So I ask you, what do you think of me? See, look at you. Being kind to me, but then mean to yourself. Why don't you try and look at it from my perspective? All that self-hatred and loathing, all that insecurity. Think about it. You're an absolutely beautiful person. And if you weren't, I would have never let you get this far. You've already infiltrated the deepest chasms of my heart, so what makes you think that you're not amazing? Come on, you know better than that. So give it your all. I need you to love yourself too. Because my love, you know what? I'm gonna love you so much that you have to love and accept yourself. A new life goal. Test me on it. I'll show you that I don't give up. Your knight will protect you even from yourself. Sounds like a plan. I'll make you promise someday to love yourself too. I guess we won't see it quite yet. But maybe a flower bloomed in your heart. A flower of accepting that beautiful person right in front of me. I love you.